about $140 million that you're throwing around. I don't understand this, but here's all I gotta say. Don't go to the damn poker table. Don't go to the blackjack table. Don't go to the slot machine for crying out loud, even if it's only asking you for $1. Don't do it. Stay the hell out of the casino other than your performance.
Other piece of like what Floyd has done with his money after his fight. Now, there is the lawsuit that Floyd is in with Showtime, and I don't think Al Heyman's a part of the lawsuit. Blames Al Heyman in a lot of the lawsuit for stealing his money, where $340 million materializes out of that, or if Floyd just spins more money out of his ass.
He owe you the money. Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East. This is my understanding of it. For $10 million cash.
Stephen A. Smith reveals that Floyd Mayweather, despite earning massive amounts during his career, mishandled his finances and is now in financial trouble, compelling him to come out of retirement to earn money through new fights.
And you look at it from that standpoint and you say, wow, you're blaming them when in fact it's really, really you, because you can't do what they do every day. Maybe you should go to them to get some lessons.
It's a spending issue, not an income
Yes. You know?
Logan Paul claims that Floyd Mayweather pre-sold their exhibition fight to a Dubai company for $10 million and still owes him the agreed-upon percentage of that payment.
But he sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He fucking smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment. That I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think he's
He got
facing a bunch.
rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. He custom built the house, by the way, in like 2006.
Yeah.
Started at 14, reduced to 12,
Yeah.
10, 8 came on the market, and it was a lot of house for 8.
Yeah.
So for 6.6.
Oh, he really got
Just
rinsed.
the cost to build that house was 9 or 10.
Whoa, he got rinsed.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It was huge.
Goddamn.
Who would win in a fight, you or 100 grams?
Probably
100
100
to me
grams.
is a lot.
100 grams. It's a lot of people.
Wade Plemons stated on X, "I told you guys Floyd owes a lot of people a lot of money and he doesn't have it." In another tweet, he revealed that multiple commercial properties of Mayweather's were foreclosed on, according to Business Insider. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan points out that although Floyd Mayweather earned more than any fighter ever, he went bankrupt due to relentless extravagant spending, proving that no amount of money lasts without careful management.
And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he got to be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches,
Yeah.
where he opens the case up, you
Yeah,
know.
all the money. He got to show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And,
Yeah.
you know, he got the latest watch and
Yep.
the latest car. And look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. That's crazy.
Wade Plemons reveals that Floyd Mayweather sold his private jet to cover legal debts, emphasizing that he owes numerous people and struggles to manage his overwhelming financial obligations.
He flipped a house in Florida from 18 to 20 mil, and he's got a place in LA that's like $25 million he's trying to sell now for like 48, which it's funny how now all of a sudden Floyd's trying to sell all of his assets. What does that tell you? He just sold his private plane as well, which I don't know what that went for, but again, he's offloading assets because he's massively in debt and owes people a lot of money. And he's trying to finance something, whether it's legal fees, whether it's other mortgages, whatever. But yeah, getting a net negative of $4 million on the house you built and then put on the market is probably the worst real estate investment you can make. Outside of maybe a strip club that no one goes to except you.
DJ Vlad reports that a major jeweler revealed Floyd Mayweather is broke, attributing his current financial struggles to his extravagant lifestyle and lavish spending habits.
Like who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like
I
crazy.
mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy shit like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending under wraps. Like right now, like I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever.
Right.
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years, and those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my stock.
Sean Porter says it's not a bad idea for Floyd Mayweather to take the fight, believing he could handle it and potentially gain from the opportunity.
What you don't want to do, what we've seen Mike Tyson do against Jake Paul, is you don't want to get in that ring and you haven't driven that car in so long that the engine runs hot, So both these guys, I think they're more than anything, they're trying to show us how serious they are about doing it again against one another. So,
Sean, how shocked were you when you found out that Floyd was coming back? Last time he fights is in 2017 against Conor McGregor. The guy has not fought, I said more than a decade, almost a decade, I should have said, in almost a decade. Even when you're Floyd Mayweather, that's got to be a hard thing to do, and especially when you're 49 years old.
So there's some really good pros about it. He's done some exhibitions. He's shown that he still has the abilities that he's had. They're clearly not what they used to be, but they're still there. And then beyond that, the fact that he lives a good, clean life.
Meanwhile, Wade Plemons posted another tweet revealing that Floyd Mayweather lost $8 million on a house in Vegas, as confirmed. Business Insider reported he has taken out $54 million in loans at 9% interest that remain unpaid. Another one of his houses was recently foreclosed on. He likely sold his plane, and he is known to be a gambler. This underscores Floyd Mayweather's ongoing financial struggles and risky spending habits. Joe Rogan explains that these troubles stem from his extravagant lifestyle, spending millions on luxury watches, cars, and other high-end items, mismanaging his earnings. Despite earning more than most fighters ever, these reckless purchases left him unable to cover debts. Now, Floyd faces bankruptcy and owes significant sums to multiple people. Rogan emphasizes that no amount of wealth can last without careful planning, and Mayweather's case shows how even the highest earners can fall into financial trouble when spending exceeds their means, serving as a cautionary tale for financial responsibility.
It's nuts.
Crazy.
I remember Iran Barkley was talking about that. Iran Barkley, when he was in his prime, was hanging out with all these professional athletes, and everybody was getting diamond-crusted chains and this and that, and he was keeping up with these people. Like, you got to keep up with the Joneses. And he just found himself, like, draining all of his money. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
Mm-hmm. They trying to keep up.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco. He was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know? He
No
Chad
one know.
Ochocinco.
Exactly.
It's
Fake
like when
jewelry,
they look at him, like
flying economy. He was sleeping at the stadium, like so he didn't have to pay for an apartment. So smart.
Yeah.
So clever.
DJ Vlad says Mayweather's financial situation is surprising given how much money he made, noting that even investing in common stocks could have secured long-term wealth. He points out that Floyd never flies commercial, always using private flights, though he doesn't own a personal plane like Drake. DJ Vlad admits he has never met Mayweather personally and doesn't know his finances in detail, but observes that owning multiple properties and constant spending can create issues, mentioning that Floyd once bought a building in the jewelry district. He concludes that even at Mayweather's level, overspending and public scrutiny can quickly turn financial mismanagement into visible problems.
I assume that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash, and if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But, I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of properties. You have a lot of money you're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying like the jewelry district building.
Yeah, and they said
that wasn't true.
Was yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finances, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the shitty part about actually losing your money when you're on that level, when you're, kind of like flossing and showing off. Nobody gives a shit. Like there are people actually praying for you to be broke.
Wade Plemons explains that Floyd Mayweather has mismanaged his money since retiring, with lawsuits from Showtime, debts, and legal fees forcing him to sell assets, including his private plane and multiple properties. While he made some profits flipping houses, overall losses, such as a $4 million net loss on a Vegas home, highlight poor financial decisions. Wade notes that Floyd's exhibition fights, including matches against John Gotti III, show he's motivated by money rather than a love of the sport. His mismanagement, lavish spending, and attempts to cover debts demonstrate that Floyd is struggling to maintain his fortune despite his past earnings.
Way back, again, 5 years ago now, but that was like the initial rumblings around that fight. And what Floyd did was use Mayweather Promotions to bring them this fight and say, if you'll front us this money, we'll put this fight here. They fronted him the money. He took the money, had the fight at the Hard Rock in Miami with Fanmio instead. That was the company that put it on, Fanmio. And Logan saw none of that front end 10 mil, and the people that paid Floyd the 10 mil never saw a dime back. It's nasty work what he did. But this has been like one of Floyd's MOs, is that he leverages his fight name or his quote-unquote assets, and which is what, a lot of wealthy people do. They leverage their assets to take out bigger loans or, whatever. But Floyd does it in such a reckless way that no one ever sees return on it. He just takes money. It isn't a loan. He's stealing. He didn't have provisions in place. I've talked about this, ad nauseum over the last couple of years, but the fact that we actually get some details on this from Logan is hilarious.
Our deal was 15%. He fucking smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that Logan agreed to 15%, he's got that manager, Jeff, who says, I make the big deals. He got absolutely rinsed on that deal. But also, Graham has some important information about Floyd Mayweather and, again, his, I wouldn't say shitty business dealings, but how bad he is with money. Let's keep listening.
Company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment that I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think, he's
Henry the Analyst shared strong opinions about the upcoming Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson fight, calling it one of the most money-driven decisions he has ever seen. He expressed disbelief at bringing Mike Tyson back into the ring after the Jake Paul event, describing the situation as bizarre. As a dedicated boxing fan, Henry dislikes these one-more-go exhibitions of retired fighters, feeling they prioritize spectacle over the sport itself.
Especially given the fact that I think Floyd Mayweather made close to $1 billion in his career. I mean, his career earnings are absolutely insane. His activities since then almost feel kind of demeaning to his legacy, I suppose you could say. Well, I can tell you that I did a little digging, and actually there are a number of lawsuits that are currently active against Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s name, and they're worth a significant amount of money. From controversies around endorsing certain cryptocurrencies, to millions of dollars worth of unpaid luxury items, and even allegations of unpaid luxury apartment rent. These are all alleged, and these are all the cases that currently exist against him. There's no record of some kind of settlement, and as far as I know, a lot of these are ongoing. To add to that, Mayweather even lodged his own case against Showtime, and he did that this year, reportedly seeking damages of $340 million. And the allegation there is apparently there's been a misappropriation of his...
Despite his reservations, Henry the Analyst acknowledges that the fight will likely be huge on Netflix, drawing attention since both Mayweather and Pacquiao are former champions. He notes that Pacquiao appears in better shape than expected after his effort against Mario Barrios, while Mayweather hasn't had a proper fight in years, making it uncertain who has more left in the tank. Henry admits that although he doesn't love the idea, there is genuine intrigue around the matchup. He criticizes the fight as a cash grab, emphasizing that Netflix prioritizes revenue over promoting boxing through regular events. While these spectacles bring exposure, they don't necessarily benefit the sport long-term. Henry recalls the excitement surrounding the first Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, comparing it to major cultural moments, but feels the current approach exploits fans. Ultimately, he balances skepticism with acknowledgement of fan interest, encouraging support for authentic boxing content through initiatives like documentary funding.
I think a lot of it is to do with just the basic thing of money. The fact that they both need money. Mayweather probably needs it a little bit more than Pacquiao does, but it's there no matter what. One of the strange truths about this one coming into it is they're both going to be having exhibition bouts in the next couple of months. Pacquiao is randomly taking on Ruslan Provodnikov, who some of you may remember was a champion at 140 pounds. And Mayweather's taking on Mike Tyson of all people. I mean, that's the most money motivated thing I've ever heard. It's utterly bizarre. And I don't want to see Mike Tyson anywhere near the ring again, especially after that Jake Paul fiasco. This whole thing's incredibly weird. I don't like it. I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix. It's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering.
While some analysts believe the upcoming 3-fight deal could be highly beneficial for Floyd Mayweather, the reasoning goes beyond the fights themselves. Each of his opponents in these exhibitions, including Mike Tyson, has immense drawing power and ensures significant attention. Mike Tyson alone attracts millions of fans worldwide, guaranteeing that any event featuring him will generate buzz far beyond typical boxing audiences. This level of exposure can translate into substantial financial gains for Mayweather, potentially helping him recover losses from past ventures and mismanaged earnings.
I love the first of all, the fact that he's fighting Mike Tyson. I like that. Why? Because I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. And look, bro, you really can't take it with you. You know what I mean? These guys have an opportunity to be on Netflix and be seen by 40, 50 million people in the fight, in the first fight with Mike Tyson. That's huge. Mike Tyson versus Floyd, I think the highest rated show that has been on television, boxing match that has been in the last, since Ali, probably, definitely since the days of when ABC was showing things. Over 100 million people watched Mike Tyson fight Jake Paul. You can get Mike Tyson, and Floyd Mayweather can do those type of numbers as well.
The 3-fight arrangement is structured cleverly, allowing Floyd Mayweather to earn without relying solely on traditional pay-per-view sales. Analysts suggest that even without a PPV model, the combination of sponsorship deals, international promotions, and live event revenue could be sufficient to restore his wealth. Some speculate that this could be Floyd's most strategic comeback yet, positioning him to not only earn millions but also stabilize his financial situation after years of extravagant spending. Ultimately, these fights may give Mayweather a chance to recapture his reputation as a top earner in boxing while securing a significant financial rebound. Observers are watching closely to see if this 3-fight deal can indeed resolve his long-standing money troubles.
There's a lot of money in boxing that comes from Greece. Okay, a lot of money is credited to Saudi Arabia for investing in boxing.
Sean Porter commented that the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was truly extraordinary, capturing massive attention and drawing an incredible crowd. He believes the upcoming Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao fight, while high profile, won't generate the same level of excitement or fan turnout. According to Porter, Jake Paul has a unique ability to attract and energize his audience, creating a spectacle that goes beyond boxing itself, and not every fighter possesses this level of influence or fan connection. Porter suggests that while Floyd and Manny are legendary in boxing, the modern entertainment aspect of fights depends heavily on personalities who can engage fans, something Jake Paul excels at. This illustrates that drawing power in boxing today isn't just about skill inside the ring, but also about connecting with and mobilizing audiences.
You know, you look at Mike and Jake, and that did like 108+ million people. And then I think Terrence and Canelo did like 40-something million people. Huge audience, obviously, but not even half of Mike and Jake. Do you think it's ultimately gets a massive audience? Again, because it is too. If you've got Netflix, you can watch this thing for free. You don't got to shell out $100 for a pay-per-view.
Does this knock out the 108 that Tyson and Paul did?
That's asking a lot, right?
That's asking a lot, because you have a Jake Paul that's cross. You know, he brings a different kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Floyd's touched that crowd. Manny, of course, has touched that crowd. But I don't think they're going to pull in 108. Yeah. They 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, they'll do more than 40. I can see them doing maybe 60, 80. But 100's a little hard to imagine. But it is Netflix.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.